guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a sticky situation that lash artists sometimes find themselves in, and that is when your adhesive bottle is clogged. Maybe even your cap is stuck on the bottle. So I'm going to give you some simple solutions to help you prevent that and work through it if you do find yourself in that mess. Okay, so we know that the nozzle becomes clogged when there's adhesive buildup. And we know that when we dispense a drop of adhesive, the glue comes in contact with the nozzle. But that should really be the only time that the glue is in the top of your nozzle, in the tip of your bottle. And you might say, well, I have to shake it, right? And if you're shaking it like this by hand, then of course the glue goes up and down the bottle over and over. But honestly, we can prevent that too by having an adhesive mixer machine. I can go on and on about the millions of reasons why this thing is amazing and why it can benefit your glue and therefore your retention, your results, your business, all of that. But in regards to keeping your glue bottle clean, this thing also helps because you don't have to turn your bottle upside down. You're holding it upright on the mixer and the glue stays in the bottom of the bottle. It never has to come up the nozzle. So that is awesome. I'm going to show you how, when you dispense it, of course, your glue is going to come from the bottom up through the nozzle to the top, and then there's going to be a little residue there at the top that has to be removed in order to prevent your nozzle from clogging. First, we want to put our bottle upright and gently squeeze the sides. See how air came up? I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but a bubble came up, so that we're getting rid of any air that may have come through the bottle when we turned it upside down. So we've done that, we're sort of burping it, right? You're kind of squeezing it to make sure the air comes up, because what will happen later if you don't is that air will want to rise to the top and it's going to bring glue with it, and that will cause your buildup. Okay, then the second step is to wipe your nozzle clean. Now, if you're like me, I used to use a sponge and it was a disaster. You end up with so much sponge buildup on the nozzle that it's just as bad, if not worse, than having glue buildup there. So what we have now are these adhesive wipes that are a game changer. It's the perfect material to not leave behind any residue or cause a chemical reaction that a lot of cotton material can have with our cyanoacrylate, our main ingredient in our adhesive. So you're just gonna swipe up the sides quickly and the top to remove any of that residue that you had from dispensing your drop. And then another important factor is that you have to screw on your cap after every drop that you dispense. The reason is, if you leave it open, it'll be exposed to your room's conditions, your temperature and humidity, and that will have your glue curing from the inside of the bottle, which means you're going to have to replace your bottle much sooner. So you have to screw this on every time, screw it on tight, keep your bottle upright, and keep it in a cool, dark place. Our adhesive storage containers are awesome for that because it will keep it upright. It'll also keep it cooler and in a darker space. And there's a little hole in the center of it. I don't have one with me right now to show you, where you can keep your brushes while you work. So you can just have it right off to the side of you. That way they're not like rolling off your bed and falling to the ground. But basically you just want to keep your bottle upright, keep the cap on, and make sure that nozzle is squeaky, squeaky clean. That's all good and well, right? And if we practice those things, then we will have less of a chance of experiencing a mess. But in the event that you do find yourself in such a sticky bind, we have created the Adhesive Emergency Kit. This little kit comes with 2 replacement nozzles, 2 pins for poking through the nozzle if you do have buildup, and 2 replacement caps. So back in the day when I'd find myself in a sticky mess, I would end up rummaging through old inventory, which I don't even know why I hadn't thrown it out, to find a cap that I could replace the stuck-on cap with. And that's just ridiculous. Nobody has time for that. I've heard that soaking your parts in acetone will break down the buildup, but also who has time for that either? So it's just nice to have these on hand for when you find yourself in a bind. It's $5 in the shop and you'll be good to go for any disaster situation. I hope this is helpful, and if you practice these little tips and tricks, you will definitely have a better experience using your lash glue. Thanks, guys.